Alright, what's up guys? So, Washington State Body Cam, they have uploaded a video titled Woman Quits Job Gets Trespassed by Manager. Dang, that is some crazy stuff. That's the thing, is like with this particular body cam channel, I'm like, man, that's something where I'm like, I sit down and I think about it. I'm like, what if I one day reacting to one of these like body cam videos and I see somebody that I know? Like, how do I go about that? Do I act like I don't know them? So so it does say it's like this took place in Redmond. So I'm like, yeah, I don't really be out in Redmond like that. But still though, it's like I'm pretty sure there's some friends of mine out there living in Redmond and things. So it's like, dang man, like I'm saying, like I don't know who this woman is, but it would be one of those things where I'm all like, if I'm like, dang, she looked familiar, then it's like halfway through the video that I'm like, oh my god, like I went to school with this, and I'm like, yeah, that's it. See, and I'm like, I don't know how I would go about it. It's like, do I exit out and contact this friend and be like, hey, so I didn't know you was into YouTube like that, you on there for the wrong reasons. But yeah, it would be crazy though. I'm like, if there's ever a day where I seen somebody I knew on one of these videos. But yeah, let's go ahead and get to this video. Make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Washington State Body Cam for more videos like this. And with that being said,
so what he wants is he doesn't want you to come back.
Why would I want to go back?
So you're gonna get trespassed.
How can you just say that I'm not allowed in that restaurant?
Correct.
How can that be the law?
It's their restaurant. He's the manager.
Do you believe that I did something wrong in there? I just argued with him in a very minor way.
I know it sounds silly, but he called 911.
But why did he call 911? That's what I want to know.
That's crazy. Calling 911 though on the minor, cause I feel like that at my old job, like there was a time I remember where she ended up quitting though, but they didn't call the cops on her or anything. But I think from what I heard, I just remember that there is this cook at my old job where she got like really mad at the manager and got in his face and stuff. And I'm like, yeah, he probably deserved it. Half the time he would say and do some crazy things where I'm like, if it wasn't gonna be her, it was gonna be somebody that worked for at that cafe. But I mean, I don't know. Cause I guess like if I get into it with a former employee, like if I feel that they would, like my life is in danger. And it's no offense to her. She just doesn't strike me as the person where it's like she's gonna be out here making threats that's gonna be believable and stuff. So, but then again, you never really know. But anyways, trespass complaint between manager and a staff member.
Well, sir, everything's audio video recorded. I'm Officer Vega.
Absolutely, sir.
What's going on?
So I've got an employee that got a little disgruntled, decided to stop employment.
Okay.
And we were like, okay, well, let's separate ways. Have a great evening. And she just posted up at the front door and started
Temper tantrum?
Yep, pretty much.
What's her name?
Abigail.
Abigail. What does she do here?
She was an expediter. This was her first solo day. She's only gone through 4 days of training.
Oh, jeez.
And now she just...
And where is she at?
So she is staring at us.
Is that the one coming out right now?
Yep, that's her.
Okay.
And did she push anybody or anything?
Nope, no physical contact.
I'm like, bruh, what did she do to have you scared standing? Well, okay, maybe I'm not gonna say scared, but what did she do to where it got you to go outside and stand across the street? Like, that's what I'm trying to figure. Maybe, I don't know, maybe she is a threatening person. She just don't strike me as one, but anyway.
That's faster.
Yeah, I'd prefer if she didn't come back.
Yeah.
I mean, that was...
But I'm like, dang, already on the first day, they's like, she just went through a few days of training, and then just first day, she already crashed it out? That's crazy. I'm like, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, like, I'm gonna need to, that's where you feel like you gotta, like, ask everybody, like, the other employees, like, what's going on? Like, was she the problem? Was he the problem? And if they all, like, pointing on, like, yeah, he could be a little bit of a problem. But if that's not the case, then I'm like, yeah, then I'm like, fam, she don't need to be, I'm like, nah, what she needs to have her own personal business. If you gonna crash out on the first day of working, then, yeah, you need to have your own business going on, so you ain't putting people through no crap.
Pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, you're good.
No,
so
you're good.
if we trespass her, it would just mean that she can't come back to this location for 1 year.
That sounds great.
She get arrested.
Sounds great.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry, I can't hear you. Can you tell me
No,
something?
right. Okay. Officer Vega, Redmond Police Department, everything's audio video recorded. I'm not gonna arrest you or anything, okay? I'm just talking to you, that's all.
Okay. I guess I've never had the police called on me before, but I guess this is the first time for everything.
Yeah. Okay. Tell me what happened in your words.
I don't know. I just came in for a shift, and so my training just ended. So it's the first day of like the actual shift starting, where I'm working by myself, and everyone's acting really weird and like they're like putting pressure on me to like do a good job.
Okay.
But everyone's like giving me different advice, like you better do this, you better do that. And then the manager, who was not supposed to be here during my shift, or that's at least what was told to me, he started like intimidating me, or just like, I don't know, it's just like the way he was communicating with me, to me didn't feel safe.
Okay.
But to me, it's just violent or non-violent communication. Just the way he was expressing himself made me feel unsafe, because he's like a huge guy. He's like a bouncer. Did you see him? And he's telling you that I'm causing a problem in the restaurant?
And then you quit and just...
Then he told me, I don't know, I just kept arguing with him, and I wasn't like going with what he was saying. And he told me like he's going to have... Like he said like in some unclear phrasing that he was gonna have me leave, but it was just like a vague thing where he told me to leave but didn't say it directly. Then I said,
okay, so what he wants.
I'm like, fam, she look, the thing is that she doesn't come off as the type like she'll end your life, but I feel like she definitely would leave one of those scars where it's like it'd be like 20-something years down the road, and it's like, how you get that scar across your arm? I'm like, yeah, it's just this small woman. She's a fighter. I'm gonna just say that much. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, I wish I could hear, but that, I don't know. I guess like to give her some advice. I just, from when I worked at my last job, yeah, there were some, just with the one manager I was just talking about, there wasn't, it wasn't even a time, there was multiple times where we kind of bumped heads, you know. I had to say, like, when the place had closed up because of the pandemic, and, it did get, like, just overall better. But that's just how some managers are. You know, there's always gonna be that one manager where it's like, okay, besides him, there was another manager. I remember there was one manager, she tried to put herself in the same like scale of my mom, and I'm thinking to myself like, okay, my mom I got respect for. You I will cuss out. You're not on that same level as my mom. I'm like, you're not even in the same book as my mom. I'm like, who do you think you are? Yeah, you might sign my paychecks, but I'm like, fam, I'll quit this place, leave, and just act like I don't even know y'all. I'm like, but I can't do that to family. So it's just, yeah, you know, you got some managers out there where, yeah, they are, even employees. I was like, there was even some employees that I had got into it with at my old job. And it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, I guess as you get, well, I don't know, maybe not so much as get older, but as you work there for a long period of time, it's just one of those things where it's like, all right, it's like, I had to say, like, by the time when we were, when the place had closed down, if anybody had, from customers to employees to management, I was like, if somebody were to say or do something to me, I just ignored it. I'm all like, hey, I'm still getting paid at the end of the day, so I'm like, that's the thing where it's like, I'm not gonna say that I was the best like worker that was there, but I did felt like I held my own. That I'm like, if I were to leave, it definitely would put those guys in a tough spot and stuff. Like, I feel like they would have to put in a little bit of extra work and things, but anyways, my opinion. I ain't gonna say it's
I want to
facts.
go back.
So you're gonna get trespassed.
I don't want to go back to
What
that
that means is just don't come back for a year.
That doesn't make sense. So he's using the law against me right now. I didn't do anything in that restaurant. I just quit.
Yeah. If I can't give you too much advice on what to do
but
legally,
can you give me the reason why he was allowed to ask for me to not be allowed to go there, or I was trespassing? But if I forgot my belongings there, how would I get it?
I'll talk to him if you're okay with that. I'll go talk to him right now.
Can I come with you, please?
You would have to hang outside.
No, but he's outside, so can we meet outside? I'm not threatening anyone.
Do you wanna hang out here and I'll go talk to him?
But I would like to be part of the.
Our stuff's inside?
Yeah.
No, I would like to have a conversation with him, not like.
Yeah. It's the best to do it by phone.
By phone.
Give him a call.
I should call him.
Yeah. That would be the best, because they don't want you in the restaurant. If you go back there,
he's not in the restaurant. He's outside.
Yeah, he's already trespassed you.
How can you just say that I'm not allowed in that restaurant?
Correct.
How can that be the law?
It's their restaurant. He's the manager.
Do you believe that I did something wrong in there? I just argued with him in a very minor way.
I feel like, on some real life stuff, she probably did put fear in that guy's. She probably did say something along the lines where he got to thinking about it, and he's like, I gotta call the cops. Like this, I'm not safe. Like I thought I was. I hit the gym twice a week. Like I thought I was safe. He was like, I am not safe. Like that man's frightened. Because I'm still trying to piece it together. He's outside. It's like, why are you not inside chilling and stuff? But anyways,
I get it.
I don't understand. What is the law that allows him to say that he can block me from coming to that restaurant? The what?
They're the owners, or
He's
they
not
have,
the
or
owner.
he has managing. He's
not the owner.
Well, he's a manager.
So
and he's allowed to do that. He does have
ban
power
certain
to ban
people
anybody,
from the restaurant,
anyone.
but just for random reasons.
Yeah, they can just
anyone
say,
that is like a bouncer.
It's
Okay.
like no service. They can refuse service to anybody.
Why would I want to be
And
served there? I don't want to be served at
I
the
get
restaurant. It's not good.
Yeah, you sound like a very nice person.
This doesn't make any sense to me. I don't understand the
And
situation.
I know that you told him you quit though, right?
Okay. I made it very clear in language that I'm leaving right now. I'm quitting. I'm not working there.
Okay.
So there's no gray.
Yeah, and you were telling me that you were waiting for him to come back so you can grab your belongings, but he went outside.
No. I was trying to tell him that I was gonna quit because I was like deciding.
Okay.
And I wanted to speak to him to see if we could like come to an understanding or an agreement because I just wanted to be upfront with how the situation was making me feel and whether I could continue working there.
Yeah.
But I feel like it makes sense that I'd be able to talk to him briefly and then settle it, but he was gone.
Okay.
But I wasn't going back to get my stuff. I don't know if I left stuff in there. I could have it. I couldn't have
Do you guys have a locker room in there? Or
No,
what?
they just have us put our stuff in
down. And what do you think you left back there?
I don't think I left anything.
You don't think you left anything?
No. I was just saying in case.
In case, call them.
Okay.
Okay, but you are trespassed from that location. Can I get your full name?
So are you going to put that on my legal record?
I'm just saying for your name. You don't have to give it to me if you
Okay,
don't
I
want
won't give it to
Okay.
you. It doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, but don't we visually know what you look like. So don't,
What does that mean?
Don't go back here. If you
Why
get caught,
would I go back here?
I know you won't. I just have to tell you that. I know it sounds silly, but he called 911 and.
But why did he call 911? That's what I want to know. What did he think I was doing there?
He says you were just annoyed at him and
But
angry.
why did he come find me away
yeah.
from the restaurant? I should have stayed in the restaurant so that we could have talked in the restaurant, not outside.
I'm like, that you could call 911 for some stuff like this. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I feel like there's more to the story that we need to know. I'm like, I need to hear her side of the story. I need to, because there ain't really enough being told. I'm like, I mean, what, did she threaten you with like mass production of weapon? Is that how that goes? But just overall, I'm like, fam, what did she do to where it got you to the point where you had to call 911 and then talk with her? It's like, what did you say to this man? It's like something had to have been said and did. I'm like, that I just don't think you're gonna just call 911 because somebody's quitting. I'm like, nah, bro. Or it's like y'all get into an argument. I'm like, fam, do you know how many times I ain't got into arguments with people? If that's the case, I'm like, bruh, I should have been calling 911 multiple times. But I'm like, I don't know. It's like, there should be like a number. I think there is a number that you could call for like non-emergencies, because I don't know. I look at that as like a non-emergency thing where it's like, I guess like if she's in there throwing a fit, flipping tables, setting fires and stuff, then okay. But if not that, then it's like, bro, I mean, come on now. It's one of those things where I'm like, I ain't gonna argue with you. You could go. I'm like, I guess with me, I don't know. I'm old fashioned. Like, I feel like I need to call the cops if my life is threatened. Like, if I'm in a room, like, fearing for my life corner, and this woman's, like, out here, like, with a flamethrower, just, setting stuff on fire, then I'm like, okay, then that's where I call the cops. But I'm all like, if we just sit there having an argument, I'm like, okay, fam, I'm not gonna argue with you. Yeah, so you could go on about your business, but I'm here to work. So I'm like, if you want to work here, then you can. If not, you can go. But I'm like, I ain't gonna be arguing with you about some stuff. So, but yeah, and it's like I've had conversations like, we're not so much about like quitting, but no, I just remember the one time where there was a supervisor at the time where she was like she had went to have like some surgery. This is at my old job, and so she went to go have a surgery. She was gonna be gone for some time, so they had left me in charge for like front of the house. So, anyways, I just remember there was this one cashier. I guess like she worked there a lot longer than I did, but the manager at the time, he had trusted me to like lead front of the house. So I was like, okay, cool. You leaving me with that job? You best believe I'm gonna do it to the best of my abilities and things. And so all I just did was copy what the other supervisor did. So I'm like, yeah, if anything, I'm just gonna copy her style. But no, I just remember when the one cashier, so she had like some crazy issues with the other supervisors. She was trying to have that same stuff with me. So she's trying to tell me what to do, and I'm like, I'm not doing it. And she's like, but you have to. I'm not doing it. She's like, but what if I'm like, I'm still not gonna do it. I'm like, is there anything else? I'm like, you still got time. If you want to say it, I'm not gonna do it. I'm like, so whatever the situation is, you could go on about your business, but I'm not doing it. All right. So, and I think that's what she wanted me to do. She wanted me to go to the storage room and get some boxes for the cooks. I'm like, what's wrong with the cook's legs and arms? I'm like, it's like I don't want to be a rebellious person because the supervisor, she brought me out of that rebellious stage. But at the same time, what is stopping them? There's multiple cooks. There's only a few of us. There's only me and you. So I'm like, what's stopping them cooks? One could walk away and get some boxes. I'm like, but I'm not leaving this cash register. So then she went in the back and started crying, and I'm like, what? I was like, you know what? I don't care. If she want to go back there and cry, go ahead. I'm not like, but she's expecting me to go back there and say sorry and give her a box of tissues. I'm like, if anything, she's gonna get pointed at and laughed at. So I'm like, I don't know. With me, I just don't have sympathy for people like that. But yeah, it's like I don't know. Like I ain't gonna be sitting there arguing with nobody. I'm like, fam, I'm here to get paid. I'm here to work. I ain't here for no arguments. That wasn't in the job description. But anyways,
I was just talking to him when you walked out.
Oh, so you were waiting outside?
And I was talking to him. I had just arrived. I arrived like.
Okay.
I don't know, like
So
5 minutes prior.
In case you guys were coming, but it seemed like you weren't coming.
Did he tell you to leave, or
No,
did he
no,
just
no,
walk
I
out?
left.
You left.
You mean just now?
No, before that. When you said you quit, and did you hunker down in the restaurant? Or what?
No, I was walking towards the door to leave, and then I was chatting with the employee who trained me, one of the people that trained me. I was telling her I'm leaving. Then he got out his phone and said that I was trespassing and tried to call. He called the police. I was literally just talking to them, telling them that I was leaving.
Well, check this out. You're not in trouble.
I'm like, nah, bro. The thing is this. I know people are gonna probably be all like, oh, you taking the girl's side, but at the same time, I'm like, nah, bro. That should be considered a misuse of 911. It's because I just remember the one time where they had at my old job, they fired a cashier. Like, right, they waited until it was towards the end of the day, and then that's when they decided to fire her. But anyways, nah, she came up to me and she was talking to me about it and stuff. And so I'm like, if they would have been calling the cops and all that other crap, I'd be like, hey, yo, what's going on here? I'm like, what's happening? I'm like, y'all call it the cops because she's just sitting here talking with me? I'm like, what sense does that even make? So I'm like, y'all should have fired her once when she was leaving. Don't fire her like right when we close or something. But anyways, but yeah, it's like it's just people weird like that and things. But I feel like that should be considered misuse of 911. It's like if the girl, you could have just said leave and then she had left. But I'm like, you out here calling 911 because she's sitting there talking with people. I'm like, bro, it's not against the law to talk with people, all right? So, but anyways,
just walk away. Call them if they owe you money. You can call a lawyer or something.
So you think they're gonna not pay me?
No, I'm not saying that, but just call if you need.
I
it's a
deserve to be paid for the work that I do.
Correct. Civil case or whatever, but at the moment, don't go back there. Don't go back today.
I won't go there.
Because if we come back and you're back there, like, hey, where's my stuff or whatever, where's my paycheck or whatever, you could be arrested for trespassing.
I wouldn't. I'm not planning to go there.
Please, Abigail, don't. Okay.
I'm not worried about it.
Okay.
This is very.
You seem like a very bright person. You get a better job.
This seems like a very strange situation to me. Are you guys allowed to tell me your actual opinion about it, or do you have to give your legal professional opinion as a police officer?
What is your question?
Yeah.
I'm just not understanding the logic of the situation as a whole. Like it seems
so
like
any business can tell anybody they don't want them there, and they can trespass them. So
but I
we're
just
doing
mean
a civil service.
But what would his reason be?
It sounds like because he thought you were being belligerent and weren't listening.
Do you think I was being belligerent?
It doesn't matter what we think.
So it doesn't really matter what happened.
They're the owners.
So in this
He's
case,
they're
He's just a manager.
but still, they have like some sort of authority. So yeah, it's like he might not, but because it ain't no different than it's like, okay, then let's say the owner does come through and he fires you. It's like that manager still he doesn't have like owner. It's kind of like a membership thing. There's the basic plan, then there's the premium plan, then there's the super fan plan or something. And I had to say, yeah, that's like so you got basic, you're the employee, then the premium is like the manager, then the super. So it's like, yeah, you have more perks as the owner. You have some perks as the manager. You have like the bare minimum of perks as the worker and stuff. That's just how that goes. So it's like, yeah, as the owner, it's like, yeah, they could do the same thing as the premium person, but the premium person, they can't do the same thing as like the super fan person, I guess, to explain it in like simple terms or whatever. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's like he does have some sort of say so, but as far as like, I guess like restaurant wise or whatever, cafe, whatever that place is, it's like, yeah, the owner though, I guess like he gives the green light on whatever it is. So like, let's say the manager, he's like, oh, I want to change the colors in here, and if the owner agrees with it, then he very well can. But if the owner, he's like, I want to change the colors in here, the owner could do that because he's the owner. So it's kind of like a house. It's like, you know, it's or an apartment. It's like, yeah, like, so I guess for her, and it's like, you know, so I guess to explain it to her, it's like, okay, so let's say you own an apartment or something, and then there's the landlord. You know, it's like you're the owner of that apartment. You whatever say go. I'm like, the landlord is just the person, I guess, that just be watching over the, you know, the tenants, the people that live there. So it's like, yeah, it's like you, I guess you hire that landlord just so they can, you know, do your work for you in a way and things, but you still got some weight to pull yourself. But anyways,
Thanks for explaining it to me.
I'm gonna get a case number for you.
But why?
Okay.
Just
If you want it. If you don't want it, you don't want it.
okay.
I mean, you already made it.
Yeah.
The case number.
Anytime
if you
with
want
all
to.
the case numbers generated.
It just at any
So it's
point.
like he just created a legal, like a criminal record for me, but you're saying it's civil,
It's
a civil record.
it's there's a record of police being called. We are not filing charges. There's no criminal case. But we also are advising you of a civil advisory that if you go back there, you are now committing a crime.
But and now you're also telling me you have a video of me talking for a while.
That's
and then it's going into your
unfortunately it's
database, and you
policy.
want my information, but I don't have to share my information.
That is correct.
That is
Because I don't
correct.
want a legal record for this random incident that has nothing to do with the law, in my
That's
opinion.
Sorry.
We're
Sounds
good.
good.
We're good. We're good.
Okay, thanks for being decent.
All right,
Bye.
take care.
yeah, it's just that's how it goes sometimes. You know, you got some managers out there where they're kind of weird, and you got some employees where they're kind of weird and stuff. So, but anyways, with that being said, make sure if you guys haven't, go subscribe to Washington State Body Cam for more videos like this. Like, subscribe to me too, and I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you guys for watching, and peace.